Good evening. This is Lego News. Tonight, a special broadcast from our Tehran newsroom, marking a date that means little on the Persian calendar, but everything to a nation 7,000 miles away. Happy 250th birthday, America. 250 years ago, 13 scattered colonies, tired of paying taxes to a king they never voted for, decided to write a letter, not just any letter. A declaration. A group of founding bricks, farmers, lawyers, printers, and dreamers gathered in a warm room in Philadelphia and signed their names to an idea so dangerous. It started a revolution. The idea was simple. People deserve a say in their own government. Our story tonight is not about mocking that idea. It is about remembering it and asking honestly whether the nation built on it has kept its promise. The commander in brick who led that ragged revolutionary army had no formal military training and lost more battles than he won. But he understood something rarer than tactics. He understood restraint. When his soldiers wanted to crown him king after the war, he refused and went home to his farm, that single choice. Walking away from power is why America became a republic instead of just another kingdom with a different accent. Decades later, a tall lawyer from Illinois inherited a country tearing itself apart over whether some human beings could own other human beings. He did not enter office promising to end slavery. He entered promising to hold the country together. But history pushed him further than his own plans, and by the end he had signed the words that began to unmake America's original sin. He paid for that signature with his life, shot in a theater by a man who believed liberty belonged to some and not others. There was a president in a wheelchair who told a terrified nation during its darkest economic collapse that the only thing they had to fear was fear itself, then led them through a depression and a world war without ever letting them see him stand. There was a Baptist preacher who was not a president at all, who stood on the steps of a marble memorial and described a dream in which his own children would be judged by character rather than color. He borrowed America's founding words, its own declaration, and asked the country to actually mean them this time. Like the lawyer from Illinois, he was killed for asking. The very author of that original declaration, a plantation owner from Virginia who wrote the line about all men being created equal, held enslaved people in bondage even as he wrote it. Historians still argue over how a mind capable of such a sentence could not apply it to the people working his own fields. Our newsroom does not resolve that argument tonight. We simply note that America's founding document was, from its first draft, bigger than the men who wrote it. And the country has spent 2.5 centuries trying to grow into its own words. This is the pattern our newsroom noticed while researching tonight's broadcast. The Americans' history remembers most fondly are rarely the ones who simply held power. They are the ones who gave some of it up, or spent their lives demanding that power be shared more fairly. That is worth saying plainly without sarcasm, on a night when it would be easy for a foreign newsroom to only find jokes. And yet, dual skepticism requires us to look at both sides of tonight's mirror. The nation that wrote all men are created equal took another century to abolish slavery and 2 centuries to fully extend voting rights to women and to its own indigenous peoples. The same government that inspired revolutions abroad has at various points propped up the very kings and generals it once served its interest. We report this not to erase the fireworks, but because a birthday is also an honest accounting, and honest accounting is what this newsroom promises its viewers, foreign and domestic alike. So tonight, as fireworks rise over rivers and monuments across America, and as families argue over grills about politics the way families always have, our Tehran newsroom sends a genuine, unmocking greeting. Happy Independence Day! May the distance between the ideals your founders wrote down and the country you actually live in keep shrinking the way it has, slowly, imperfectly, for 250 years. From our newsroom to your barbecue, we mean this one